Food, food, food. We all love food. We need food in order to survive. Have you ever wondered about the amount of energy we obtain when we eat food? Well, if you ever have, today's the day to find out. Hi, I'm Isabella, and today I'll be talking to my nutritionist about the different procedures we can do in order to find out the amount of energy we get when we eat food. Stay tuned! Hi there, Jordana Knowledge here, your nutritionist at your local hospital. Today I have an appointment with Isabella. She said she was very interested in a topic about finding out the amount of energy we obtain in the foods we eat. I'm very excited and I can't wait. Let's get started. So, Isabella, usually when my patients ask me about this topic, I play a little game of Kahoots. So, I ask you a series of questions and I give you 2 to 3 possible answers. You then tell me which one you believe is the correct answer. I then tell you is it correct or not, and I give you a little bit of background information on it. Sounds good? Great, let's get started. The first question is, how can we calculate the amount of energy we eat in food? Is it option triangle, calculated by adding the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats? Circle, burn the food under a test tube? Or diamond, use a bomb calorimeter to find the energy the food contains? I think it's the first one. Calculate the energy by adding the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Those are the components of food, and they're on the nutritional facts label. It makes sense. The answer to this question is actually circle and diamond. So, one of the ways we can figure out the amount of energy food contains is by using a bomb calorimeter. Basically, it is a special device that is used to measure heat. In this case, it's going to measure the change in water temperature for us. So, we have a device right here, and it basically is concealed with insulation, air, and water. The water is measured. We're going to need this measurement later on when we have our calculation. So, this chamber is placed inside the water. The chamber contains ignition wires. Basically, when we place the food inside this chamber, the ignition wires are going to send electricity down and burn the food. The burning is going to cause a change in water temperature. This is important, and this is why we have a thermometer placed inside the water to calculate this change. The calculations for a bomb calorimeter are as followed. First, let's go over what we know. 1 kcal is equal to 1 kilogram of water times 1 degree Celsius. We know that water is 1 kilogram over 1 liter. For temperature change, we subtract the final temperature by the initial temperature. So let's say, for example, 90 degrees Celsius take away 32 degrees Celsius will give us 58 degrees Celsius. For the water change, we have 7 liters of water, for example, and we're going to multiply that by 1 kilogram, and that will give us 7 kilograms of water. In kilocalories, 58 degrees Celsius times 7 kilograms of water will give us 406 kilocalories. In kilojoules, 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.184 kilojoules. So 406 kilocalories times 4.184 kilojoules over 1 kcal will give us 1,698.7 kilojoules of energy. A second way we can figure out the amount of energy in food is by using a test tube. Water is weighed and placed into a test tube. We get a thermometer and place it inside this test tube to tell us the temperature of the water before anything happens. Now, we get a mounted needle, and after a food sample is weighed, we place the food sample onto the needle. The food sample is then lit on fire, and after it begins burning, we place the food sample underneath the test tube and hold up the test tube using the test tube holder. Now the food is burning the test tube and therefore heating up the water inside the test tube. The thermometer is going to tell us the exact change in water temperature. We need to record this change. The calculations for this test tube procedure is the exact same of that of the bomb calorie meter. Wow, that's so cool. The next question is, consuming more energy than needed means. The options are triangle, we gain more weight because we are not using the energy. Circle, we lose weight, it is too much work storing the energy. Or diamond, our weight stays the same and it finds its way out of our body. I think it's option triangle. We gain more weight because we're not using the energy, so therefore it has nowhere else to go. That's right, the answer is option triangle. We gain more weight because the energy has nowhere else to go and therefore is transformed into fat cells. It is also important to remember that you should not take in less amount of energy than you need in a day because we need to maintain your metabolic processes that sustain life. On to the next question. Are calories the same as kilocalories? The options are triangle, no, or diamond, yes. I think the answer is diamond. Yes, kilocalories and calories are the same because they both have calories in it. The answer is option triangle. No, kilocalories and calories are not the same. The definition for calories is the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. The definition for kilocalories is the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Those are two very minor but very big differences. Next question. Are kilojoules and calories the same? The options are triangle. Yes, they both measure energy. Or diamond. No, they are two different units. My answer is diamond. No, kilojoules and calories are two different units. If anything, they both measure energy, but they're still different, right? You're right, the correct answer is diamond. Kilojoules and calories are two different units. Calories is the most known term around the world. However, many believe that kilojoules should replace calories when talking about the amount of energy in food. Governments have actually taken the initiative and have begun to use kilojoules and or kilocalories when talking about energy in food in government documents. I never knew that before. That's very interesting. So, after everything you have learned so far, the final question is, what is the energy in food measured in? So Isabella, what do you think the answer is going to be? Triangle for calories or diamonds for kilojoules? The answer is diamond, kilojoules. I know this because previously you said that although calories is the most known term around the world, kilocalories and or kilojoules is the term that governments use when they need it in their documents. And it is also used around the science community when you need to measure the amount of energy in food. Therefore, the answer is kilojoules. That's right, kilojoules is the term we use when measuring the amount of energy in food. Good job, Isabella. I hope I answered all of your questions with great detail. If you have any more, please feel free to stop by my office. It was a pleasure meeting you, Isabella. Have a great day. Bye! Thank you so much for meeting with me today, Jordana. It was a pleasure meeting you. I learned so much valuable information that I will definitely use. And just thank you for everything. Bye. Have a great day. Hi there, I'm Isabella. I'd just like to say thank you for watching this video. Prior to making this video, I had absolutely no background knowledge about the amount of energy we find in food, but I'm very glad I was given the opportunity to make this video. I learned so much about the entire process and just the amount of energy we should be consuming on a daily basis. So thanks for watching. Hope you had a great one. Bye!